What is up everyone at AceGamesTV, I'm LordFlame GX and welcome to another Smite God review. Today's god we are reviewing is Hades, King of the Underworld, a Greek god known as a tank support, and we are going to get straight to the build that I use the most, even though my Hades builds are the most random ones because I either build him really tanky or really powerful. I kind of go for the hybrid and go for both. But certain items I need to either like build tanky against physical or magical. Right now I have more of a magical tanky build a little bit, but it's mostly more magical. So let's get started. First off is the recommended item for Hades, or it's actually a good one. Reinforced Graveyard. I can't even pronounce the last word, I'm sorry. But 25 physical protection, 25 magical protection, and 15 HP 5, and this gives me 21 speed slash 33% of my speed when I'm out of combat. Speed does not stack on boots, unfortunately. And its passive reduces 30% of crowd control. Pretty useful. The other boots that are in here is plated. Can't say that last word. I'm not even gonna try anymore. Is I don't get as much speed when I'm out of combat, but but all damage is taken. All damage that I take is reduced by 5%. It's okay, but it's not, the best. The next time I try build is Wall of Assaultments, mostly because of the passive. When hit by a basic attack, your physical protection increases by 5% and stacks up to 3. Pretty good. Like, you're pretty much just getting more tanky. Anyway, moving on. The next item I would build is a Void Stone. Actually, I would build this either with, I would either switch Bancroft Tower. I'm not, half these names I can't pronounce, I'm sorry. I'll either switch it with that, depending on how well I'm doing in game. I would turn them around, but for the meantime I'm just having this as my next item. Yeah, Void Stone. As you can see there, the power and protection pretty good for a defense item. And this reduces the magical protection of enemies within 55 feet by 25. I wonder how that works now, because they actually made the new Conquest map shorter, so I don't think it's 55 feet. I don't even know how far 55 feet is. As I was saying, Bancroft's Talon? Again, I'm dyslexic. I have troubles pronouncing words. But you get lifesteal with this ability and plus 100 magical power. Your passive, you gain 1 additional magical power per 1% of your missing health. So if I'm mid health, I'm gonna have that much health as my power. So it's kind of a good and bad. Wouldn't say using it when you're very low unless you're a super tank. I'm not, however. The next item is Pomnogoid. How the hell do you pronounce that word? I'm just gonna stop. But yes, I'm looking at one item. 75 magical power, 300 mana, what's kind of useful as Hades burns through mana quite a bit whenever I play him. And 10% magical lifesteal. I just hit my mic, I'm very sorry about that. His passive is using an ability gives your next basic attack within the 5 seconds 100% of your magical power as additional physical damage. The effect only can last once every 2 seconds, so it's pretty good. You have 5 seconds to hit an enemy with your basic attack and it'll be even more powerful. Last item I build is Spill of the Magi. Yeah, I think Magi. Again, 40% magical power and 15% magical penetration. This is the only item I'm gonna have for penetration. Sometimes I will build... Where is it? magical penetration. Sometimes I'll build a Oblivious Shard just for I gain 33% magical penetration. But yeah. But the passive on this is pretty good. Every enemy... It's not even every enemy, I popped up already. Enemies hit by your damaging abilities, you have their magical protection reduced by 10. And an additional 10% for 5 seconds. And stacks up to 2. It's pretty good. Abilities I would use... person who recommended get rid of meditate because I wouldn't need it later on game. I agree with you. Thanks a lot for that. It was actually a very useful tip. As I'm playing a tank, sometimes my jump isn't up and I have my ult ready. So I kind of went with the new ability, Combat Blink. I believe it's Ghost or something in League of Legends. It's something like that. But pretty much, Combat Blink is using this item will allow you to teleport a short distance instantly, even when you're in combat. The other blink is just blink, what doesn't allow you to use it in combat, but I believe it has a greater distance and a shorter cooldown. Like as you can see, 240 seconds. My ult comes up every... What is my ult? Actually, let's see. Oh, it has a cooldown of 90 seconds. My jump would be open to them, but combat blinks might be useful. I don't know, I haven't actually tried it yet. Mostly you want to use this for Ares or someone that doesn't have a jump like Hades, but just in case I'm in emergency, I have a jump away. I would also get beads. Using this item removes crowd control effects and makes you immune for 3 seconds. This also reduces all gods cooldowns by 5 seconds and has a 90-second cooldown. Pretty useful ability. Well, active really. Okay, and of course I will get health pots and mana pots. Probably stack up more on mana pots though. Okay, so let's read the abilities of Hades. Abilities? That just sounds stupid. Okay, Blight. I'm gonna give you the short version of this because I really can't be arsed reading of that. Pretty much Blight is every time you hit an enemy, they'll have this weird like effect around them. What's a debuff to them, and whenever you combine Blight with Shroud of Darkness, you fear the enemies. Basic attack, very easy. Okay, so your first ability is Death from Below. Hades goes into the ground and comes up bringing death practically. Its radius is 20. It's pretty far, from what I can tell. It's like average length, mostly for gods. But as I said, you know, Hades pretty much goes on the ground. He's one away item as well, so if you're in a pickle and you need to get out, you can use that. It works in all ults besides Ares. And Ares you need Aegis or beads. But yeah, I leveled this up second. It deals up to 210 damage plus 70% of your magical power. It slows the enemies for 40%. And slow lasts for 2 seconds. It will cost 70 mana and has a 12-second cooldown. Again, knowing I might need to get out, that's why I also got Combat Blink, just so I could get out quicker. Again, Shroud of Darkness, I just explained this when you use it with Blight. But pretty much, Shroud of Darkness is your silence. You can silence an enemy for 2 seconds. If you have Blight on them, you will fear the enemies for, I believe, the 2 seconds as well. It's got a small frontal AoE area. of effects, so pretty good. I would level this up last because really you only need at least one, just for starters. Like, I mostly use this as a save item, like a teammate's teammates changed by Ares or is being attacked by 4. Silence. There we go. Okay, next item is Devour Souls. Well, it's actually a pretty good one. This is one I mostly level up because of the damage deal by this. But pretty much this is a small AoE effect. What Hades slams his staff into the ground, devouring souls, pretty much, dealing up to 215 damage plus 60% of your magical power. It's also got another damage where I have no idea. Detonation damage 48. Oh, so there's an additional damage on there, plus 50% of your magical power. This also heals for a little bit. This heals for 70. It's not much, but it's a small heal. And it's 15% of your magical power that gives a little extra. The radius of it is 20, and it costs 105 mana and has 11 seconds cooldown. Pretty good one. It's got an AoE effect. Well, it's pretty good. And the last one is Pillar of Anger. I'm pretty sure that's... Pretty much Hades goes right in the middle of them, casts a massive AoE, and pretty much doing the praise me stance. This deals a lot of damage because this brings in the enemies towards Hades slowly, and every time that's happening this will deal up to 110 damage plus 35% of your magical power. It will also give you protection of 80. Protection debuff is 30, and the debuff lasts for 4 seconds. I believe this ult only stays up for about 6 seconds. So I don't know about that. I haven't tested it out. It costs 100 mana and it's 90 seconds cooldown. I recommend try level. This is like a brilliant move. But yeah, as I was gonna say, this move is great with a combined. Hades is definitely someone you need to combine a god with. So recommended, like, you find an ult that's good. Ares is a good one. With Ares you could use his ult, chain them and bring them into your ult. Zeus is a recommended one because if you use Hades and Zeus's one, Hades jumps in, uses his ult and pretty much traps him in the area, then Zeus comes in and pops his thundercloud above Hades, dealing massive amount of damage, and if any of them live, Zeus just lets off his 3, dead. There are other ults you combine this with. Fenrir, you could do it if some god gets away. Fenrir could just go up. But enough of that. I am gonna go into a practice match right now and show you. I forget how loud that is. Hades. There's Hades. And show you how to play the god. Of course, as always, I show you how to play the god at the end. So. Or pretty much when I'm max level, what's pretty much the end. So I will start recording again when I'm near there. So see you then. Okay, and we are back. Of course, for some reason the Phoenix does not... Oh, fucking hell, why do I get so low FPS? Spin around. I need to seriously check something in my configs or something, because there's something what I don't know why I should be getting this, like... I just start recording and I get 15 FPS when I start. It's just like, why? I should not be having this like FPS problem with my PC. My PC is brilliant. It's not the best. Like I'm a little out of date, but it's still pretty decent. But this is my full build right now. As you can see, Ra's running away. I don't think I'll have my combat blink or my ult ready in time. I do have my jump though, and this is what I'm gonna do. So as my ult is up and Ra's a little low, I will jump in, slam down, and then use my ult. And, you know, as you see, that pretty did finish him off. Those are mostly the installations I go through. Other than that, I will just jump in and use my... There's a motorbike. I will just jump in and use my ult automatically, then use my free. But as for that scenario, he wasn't low enough on health, so I used my free because the problem with using your free after you ult is the timing. Ra can get away if he has enough speed behind him. And as you can see, my max damage would only be 60. Powerful for Hades, but again, it's like really weak because he's meant to play tank. As you can see, I play hybrid. Let me just kill these two off quickly, just because I don't really want to deal with it. Whilst trying, but I'm using my abilities mostly just to stop him from achieving anything. I'm gonna activate my beads right now, get an extra cooldown and all that. Jump in. Because Ra's in his little tower at the moment, I need him come out. And now use my ult. And the ult because I am in tower range. But as you can see, my ult can pretty much take down a lot of enemies quickly. Other than that, that's all I have to say. This is the build I use, the skill set I mostly use. I pop my 2 off to either silence an enemy or actually deal extra damage. Other than that, pretty good. I haven't used my combat blink once yet because I haven't needed to. But I think combat blink would be a very good move to use in a group situation because sometimes in groups I can't get away fast enough and it's just like, ah, well, that sucks. And I didn't know the Minotaur was attacking me. Let's get some extra health here. Yep, guys, this way. Sadly, I need Ra to come out of base. My beads are up. I could reduce the cooldown, but it's not worth it right now. So I pretty much will wait for Ra to come out of base. There he is. Let's jump in. Use my ult. I seriously don't think it's gonna be enough. Oh, it was enough. Well, I'm pretty sure that was mostly thanks to minions that helped there. 400 damage mostly on my free attack. That's a pretty good, but again, you're not meant to play the... Hades isn't meant to be a tank support. You're not meant to play him the way I play him, but I do. And jump out. Other than that, those are the basic skills I mostly use. I will use my free the most. Let's see, can I kill... Nah, I'm not gonna be able to kill her. Oh, I want to see if I could use my beads to get the cooldown down, but no, the Minotaur is gonna die fast. What the fuck was... Okay. Yeah, but those are mostly the skills. Hades is my favorite god overall. He's my most played god. So yeah, he is my most played god. He is a very good beginning god for a tank. Like if you're wanting to know how to tank and all that, he's a very easy god to learn from. I don't really play tanks though. But either way, I forgot to mention, Hades is a side laner. He has to go side laner. pretty sure is already noticeable, but make sure you're partnered with someone who could use their ult well together. Team ults with Hades are the best. Okay, I've been LordFlame GX. Thanks for watching this Smite God review of Hades. Remember to subscribe to AceGamesTV. And if you want more Smite or other gameplay stuff, remember to subscribe to my personal channel as well. Other than that, I've been LordFlame. You've been the viewer. Peace out.